Hey everybody, I'm Drogon Rivera and welcome back to What If Deku Was the Incredible Spider-Man. Now, might be wondering, well, is he the Incredible Spider-Man? Well, you know, there's like the Amazing Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man. This is my Spider-Man, so it's the Incredible Spider-Man. So yeah, and people have been asking to see my dog, so this is Bella, female boxer. Say hi. Yeah, she's a cutie. We have had our moments with Bella, so now let's go on with the video, alright? So, where we last left off, Deku had his entire argument with Dr. Octavius, how he shouldn't use the prosthetics with the interface, or the neuroface, because it could be too dangerous for him. But Dr. Octavius did it anyway, and it kind of drove him mad. Now he crazy. So it's been a week since that, and Dr. Octavius has been missing for about a week, and people think he was kidnapped or attacked because his place is ransacked. But Deku thinks otherwise, because the neuroface and the spinal prosthetic and multiple parts are gone. So he thinks that he either was A, kidnapped so they could make a weapon, or B, he took the interface and stuff, which he really hopes it isn't B. So he's been trying to find out what happened and trying to find his professor, his friend. And lately he hasn't been able to find anything. Until he remembers he, just in case, installed a security camera or some sort of protocol, which is whenever like super loud noises happen, a camera on when the computers would turn on and record what's going on, just in case. You know, like a gunshot or something getting destroyed, just in case. And he checked it and he saw Plan B, B. Dr. Octavius going mad and using the prosthetics in neuroface. Deku is thinking, where did he go? This guy is now loose. He thinks maybe he's home, but maybe not, because he'd obviously go back to his home, so people would think he left to his home. And so he went back to the bunker, try and find him. Also trying to, be a vigilante, which people have heard of the vigilante, and the police are trying to get him, because they think he's a menace. Like one James Jonah Jason has said on his news article for the Daily Bugle. Is that what it's called? I think it's called the Daily Bugle. I don't know. If it isn't, correct me, but I'm just going to say it's the Daily Bugle. So, Deku has heard of James Jonah Jason spreading around the bad word, so he decided to pop in as a member of the, photography club and stuff, trying to see if he can get an internship. And he does. He's the best photographer they have. Now with his powers, he can climb on walls, get the perfect angle and stuff. And he meets James Jonah Jason. He says, hi, I'm Izuku Midoriya. It's great to meet you. He says, Midoriya. Midoriya. Where are you from? He says, I'm from, I was born in Japan, but I moved here when I was younger. Parents getting a different job or something? Want to come to the land of the free, home of the brave? My parents died of a car crash and I had to move with my aunt and uncle. He said, my bad. He says, it's alright, sir. So, you want to be a photographer, right? Yes, sir. That's why I'm here for the internship. Is okay? Well, I got a job for you. As he puts down a bunch of pictures of the Spider-Man, which seem to Deku really bad. Says, "Oh, these are Spider-Man. Well, what seems to be Spider-Man, but they absolutely suck." As he looks over to one of his other photographers messing with his camera, giving him an eye roll. "You're the top of your photography class, correct? So how about this? You get me pictures of Spider-Man, and let's say we'll be looking for a future job. How about that, huh, kid?" Then Deku gladly accepts. And then he goes out to get pictures of Spider-Man. As he walks out of the Bugle, he says, "There's gonna be a lot of selfies." As he runs out. He goes on patrol like he usually does, swinging around, and he does actually set up he does see a car chase going on between the cops and a let's say there was a truck that was supposed to transport like money between two banks, because that's the thing, I'm pretty sure. And they robbed it, like some snart stuff from the Flash, So he goes and tries to help. There are 4 people in total. No, 3. No, 5. 5. 3 in the back, 2 in the front. 1 driving, the other one in the passenger seat. 2 trying to chase away the cops, and 1 counting the money. Deku sees what's the situation, and he actually went ahead and devised a kind of plan. He webs out a couple streets, taking it to where the cars can only stay in one part of the city. Heroes are trying to defuse the moment, but this truck is like a giant tank, so they can't really do it without damaging everybody in the truck, because they're trying to keep it, on the down low, trying to keep collateral damage to the minimum. So Deku webs roads and streets to where the truck can't go anywhere, and it's trapped in a certain area. It has room to drive around, but not room so it can get away. Deku does put up a bunch of cameras as well, to where he takes perfect pictures of himself taking down the guys within the truck, pulling one of the guys out, webbing him to one of the lampposts, which then on the lamppost there's a camera which takes a picture of Deku. And then he does the same thing to the other guy. He jumps into the truck, meets the guy that was supposed to count the money. The guy pulls out a handgun trying to shoot Midoriya. He grabs the handgun, crushes it in his fist, and just knocks the fuck out of the guy, kind of dislocating his jaw. He's like, sorry, still trying to control my power. As he looks up, seeing a bit of a skylight, he jumps out of it. Now he's on top of the truck. The police are like, "Spider-Man, just get out of here. We can take this. Let the pro heroes and the cops do their job and get out of here before we have to arrest you." As Deku completely ignores them. He goes and the guy in the passenger seat pulls out a shotgun trying to shoot Midoriya. He shoots 2 loads, one of the pellets hitting his leg, scraping it but not doing too much damage. Just a very small flesh wound which regenerates easily. So it doesn't really do much, but it still hurts like hell. Then Deku webs the gun, tossing it away, webbing the guy into another lamppost. And then he goes through the window, drop kicking the driver through another window, the other door, webbing him to again a lamppost, and then he goes to the front of the car, which is now kind of driving out of control. He webs 2 buildings, trying to stop it, pushing down on the truck and pushing and pulling on the buildings with his webbing, trying to stop it, which it does work until it flips over. Deku's thinking, what do I do? Then the truck is about to land on him. He reaches up and stops and picks up the truck, which to him is kind of heavy, but not too heavy. It's like a 10-pound weight to somebody. He's like, it feels like it's 10 pounds. Like, no, not 10 pounds. That's too light. Like 20 pounds to a normal guy. So he's picking it up, and he, turns it around a certain way where it's on his wheels, and he sets it down carefully. Everybody's taking pictures, and his cameras are also taking pictures. And everybody's like, whoa, go Spider-Man! I was like, yeah! And some people are like, and also there are people like, just let the heroes do their job. And yeah, cops are supposed to do that, and blah, 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 being dicks. Doc is like, see you around. Then he swings out of there, grabbing his cameras and taking down the webs that were blocking the streets, letting traffic flow through. As he leaves, he goes back to his bunker where he has his own little custom red room where he, synthesizes his pictures, getting the best ones, which are a total of 5. One where he's just swinging through, doing the, classic Spider-Man swing. One where he's pushing down on the truck, pulling on the buildings and stuff. One where he's lifting the truck up above his head. One where he's just taking down one of the bad guys. And another is where he's punching one of the bad guys in the face. Or no, he's crushing the gun in his hand. He takes those and he goes over to... And the next day he goes to the Daily Bugle. And he hands the pictures over to James Jonah Jameson. And he is very surprised. He says, how the hell did you get these angles, kid? He says, I got a drone. He's like, huh, I never thought of that. And get up close and personal without, getting actually injured. You can learn something from this kid, as he's talking to one of his full-time photographers. He's like, yeah, as everybody's kind of tired of him. But even though he writes really good papers. Dick says, so, what else do you want me to do? Dick says, and then James says, well, what else? I need more pictures of Spider-Man. So get more pictures of Spider-Man. Go! He says, alright. Jeez. As he goes out getting more pictures of Spider-Man. In the meantime, he is still trying to find Dr. Oswald. Or Oswald Octavius. Dr. Octavius. My brain's getting fried. So this is what Denki feels like. Feels when he... Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. I want to suck your blood, blah, blah. Ooh. Adam Sandler does not want me hearing that. What? Oh, God, that just sucked. What was I doing? Oh, right. And one day he was training, and he was working on his healing ability. Then he realized, wait, if my body can produce a good protein, then what happens if he, tries to produce a poison, a venom? And so he tries that. He looks at his blood, doing stuff, and he finds a way that he can produce his body can produce a sort of poison, which he can kind of control the toxicity, to where it's only like, it's like a tranquilizer dart, practically. He can make tranquilizers. And so he fixes it to where he can, yet again, shoot out like darts out of his hand or his wrist, similar to his web shooters. But instead of coming out of his wrist, it comes out of the top of his wrist, like instead of like out of his palm of the wrist, it's like, the top side of his wrist. So it's like where he punches, when he does a punch, but his fist goes down and goes out, where it shoots out a little needle, a little tranquilizer dart, So that's a good thing that can happen. And then he is going home. It's been another week. It's been 2 weeks since Oswald, or Doc Ock, has disappeared. And he hears something on the news. He looks over, seeing a Oscorp facility being attacked. And the culprit, the person who attacked, was Dr. Octavius, saying that he is very dangerous. He has some sort of robotic tentacles with him, and people are starting to call him Doc Ock, as in like an octopus. And he's worried. He's thinking, how the hell, why would he do this? Then they start listing off what he stole. Chemicals, which are used to help people that are with dementia and stuff. And he's trying to cure himself. And he's thinking he can't, with the prosthetics he created, those are really powerful. He can't take them on his own. He needs a plan. And he needs to know where he's gonna go next. And then he remembers something. His wife. And so he goes that night he goes somewhere. He goes to a building, seeing Dr. Octavius there. It's an old warehouse. The warehouse is where actually his wife that died from a villain attack. And see that he's working on a bunch of stuff. He sees this and he gets a plan. And he sees that there's a whiteboard with 3 faces on it. One being Judge Judy. I know, that's a bit like, oh, really, Judge Judy? I don't know, I'm just making up the names. These aren't anything to the comics or whatever. I'm just making my own stuff up. One being Judge Judy. The other being a CSI going by the name of Stephen Glow. I don't know, I'll just make this up. And another being a detective going by Detective Wright. Again, these have nothing to do with comics or anything, I'm just making this up. And these are the people that were on the case of the villains. The villains who just got locked up. The CSI is the person who examines the body, and detective was, the person that was supposed to find the people who attacked him. Detectives do. And he's targeting them. He's going after them. At the same time, trying to heal himself. And so, Deku, he goes to the police station. By the way, about a week ago, after his little run-in with the whole entire bank truck, he realized his voice isn't, disguised, because somebody said that he sounded like a kid. So he needs to disguise his voice. So he got a voice disguiser, whatever, a synthesizer, disguising his voice, making it a little bit, lower and warpy, kind of like the Flash, what he does with his voice in the show. So, yeah. Later that night, he goes to a cop. No, the police station. Nobody's there, and somebody is alone in a room, working on a case, the Oswald case. As Deku sneaks in the room, he then says, "Detective." Detective Wright then turns around. It's obviously Detective Wright. Detective Wright turns around saying, "Oh wait, you're the Spider-Man, right? What the hell are you doing here?" As he points his gun at Deku, or Spider-Man. Deku puts his hands up and saying, Hey, I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to help you, or in this case, you're to help me." The detective, being confused, still pointing his gun at Spider-Man, saying, "Why the hell would I help you?" Deku says, "Because we both want to take down Dr. Octavius." Why exactly you want to take Doc Ock down? Because, look, he's not in the right mind. The neurophase and prosthetics he has on his back, they're messing with his mind and his quirk. It's making him to where he has an early stage of dementia. He's not in the right mindset. He's sick. I can help him. Oh yeah, we'll help him in a penitentiary. That's where he's going. Actually, you said he was crazy, right? So how about an insane asylum? Look, detective, I can help him. And I know how to take him down. We just need you. Me? Why me? Because he's after you. What? What do I have to do with him? His wife. You were on a case with a villain attack. And he thought you didn't do a good enough job. So he's blaming you for the death of his wife. You gotta be kidding me. So he's after me? What, you didn't use me as bait? Dick says, well... Oh, you're gonna use me as bait? Really? Bait? I'm not gonna be fucking bait, dude. He says, no, you're not gonna be bait. Not really. Look, I have a way where you can be there and not there at the same time. What? What are you talking about? Look. He gives him a box which holds a black suit with strange white triangles all over it. What the hell is this? You wear that. Have you ever seen behind the scene stuff with movies that use CGI and stuff? Dex says, Professor White says, yeah. It's like that. You wear the suit and the camera is going to scan you, tracking your movements and everything you do. While you do all that, it controls a hologram, making it to where it tracks your movements and everything, where you can be two places at once. The hologram is going to be distracting Oswald, while I am apparently in somewhere else. Am I right? Precisely. What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? One scratchies? There. Anyways. They think of a plan, and they do it. With only them two, and a couple cops and heroes that trust, Detective Wright are going. They go to the warehouse, which his wife was killed at. And on his way there, he says, what is up with bad guys in warehouses? It's like a nest for them. This is gonna suck. As he swings over, trying to follow the police cars and stuff and the heroes. As they get there, the heroes say, "Hello, Spider-Man," as they're not really fond with him. A couple are. They're like, he's helping out, lightening the load, but others like, he's stealing the glory and blah, 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 and I'm not gonna get my next paycheck because of him, because heroes are dicks. Yeah. So, Deku, what do you want, ma'am? I'm trying to do something. What? They know your face now. They know who you are. They're gonna come after you. So you need to go. Run away. Oh my god, you attention whore. Just go. Do you want to... Are you hungry? Is that it? Hold on. This stupid button won't... Just pause, will you? And back. Sorry. Alright. So... fuck my leg. Ow. Motherfucker. Oh, shit. Ow. That really fucking hurt. Fuck. Alright. So... actually, real quick, before I say anything, in the first episode of What If Deku Was Spider-Man, technically, part 0, I saw a comment that was a little link, 2 links. One was to the video at a certain part where I slammed the wall with my cane and said, fuck that, and underneath, which... most of you will check back and won't see it because I deleted the comment, which one was me smacking the wall saying fuck that, and the other was a link to a porn site. You think you're slick, and I gotta admit, it was funny as hell, but come on. We're trying to keep it PG here, but guys, come on. So yeah, that happened. It's not the first time something like that has happened. So let's try keep it down. Keep it calm. And I'm yelling. I'm gonna wake up my neighbors. I'm not gonna wake up my neighbors. I live in the ass end of Kentucky. I'm not gonna wake anybody up. Great. Now my redneck's showing. Fuck. Alright. So. Oh, that was a lot. In like 5 seconds. So. Deku met up with the heroes and the police. They're teaming up for a bit. And they're like a block or 2 away from Oswald's little base, the warehouse. Him and the Spider-Man and the hologram of Dr. Wright go over to the... Whoa, that was a deep one. My bad. Oh, I really felt that. Oh, it tastes like chicken. That's disgusting. So, Deku continues with the hologram, which, by the way, the hologram works is... Remember that little spider buddy that Spider-Man had in the Spider-Man Homecoming thing, the little drone, spider drone? It's like that, but except as holograms. That's cool. So, yeah, Deku's a tech whiz like that. So, he created that. And he's going into the warehouse with the drone. Deku will try and get in there undetected by climbing through the roof and staying up there, while the drone goes in by himself. The drone, which is being controlled and voiced by Dr. Wright, he walks in with his gun in one hand, just by his side. He walks in saying, Dr. Octavius, are you here? As he looks around and he hears, Detective Wright. Hello. As he sees Dr. Octavius coming down from the 2nd floor of the building, climbing on the roof, which he does not see Deku because Deku is invisible right now. And he barely misses Deku. As then Dr. Oswald is climbing on the roof, then drops down right in front of the detective, towering over him, trying to intimidate him. He says, "How have you been doing? How are the kids?" This Dr. Wright says, "Well, one's going to Harvard and the other one's a little shit. So, how are you? Heard you've been having fun, trying to hunt me and 2 others down." "Ah, yes, I have. Because you were the reason why my wife is dead. Look, we weren't the people who killed your wife. It were those villains." Oh, the villains who are now walking out happily in life? Huh? You're the reason why they're out there now. You know. I always loved science. Science helped me through the loss of my wife, the traumatic telling of my brain malfunction, me losing my life before my eyes. I focus it into science and my student. Detective Wright says, "Your student. Is he here with you?" Professor, or Dr. Octavius, says, No. He has nothing to do with this. Don't worry. I'd never bring Peter into this. Or not Peter. No. I'd never bring Asuku into this. He's like a son to me. A son that I never got to have. 'Cause you killed my wife. I didn't kill your wife, Dr. Octavius. Look. You didn't hurt or kill anybody. You can stop this. I can try and shorten your sentence. All he did is steal some canisters. Very expensive canisters. You see, you know what those are full of? That is my cure. That is what I need to heal me. That isn't gonna heal you. Look, I know somebody that can help you truly. Some people that can help you with your grief, that can help you with your dementia. Dementia? Who the hell told you I had dementia? Look, just come with me, Professor. As the professor, or Dr. Octavius, looks around the room, saying, "You're not alone. Are you?" As he looks around, then he puts on his goggles, activating an infrared, seeing Deku. Says, "You're the new Spider-Man. You're the Spider-Man, huh?" As he throws one of his tentacles, trying to attack Deku, which Deku dodges with ease, and lands down, deactivating his invisibility. He speaks out with his, distorted look and voice. Ooh, another burp. "Dr. Octavius, just calm down. I can help you with your condition." "How do you know about my condition?" "Look, I know the interface and the prosthetics within you are messing with your quirk. It's giving you too much. It's too much for you. The radiation coming off the interface is messing with your mind. With your quirk, it's not healthy for you. You need to shut it off before it does permanent damage." Permanent damage. No, you don't know anything about my technology. You know nothing about me. Only one other person knows about this, and that's... Wait. The sudden disappearances while we're researching. The sudden change in your shape. The sudden attitude change. Is that you? I can't believe it. As detective, he's confused, and he then realizes that he knows who Spider-Man is. As then Detective Wright says, "Okay, that's it. I'm bringing you both in now." Or no, he doesn't say that. That's stupid. As Detective Wright says, "Spider-Man, what is he talking about?" As the Dr. Octavius says, "Shut up!" As he throws another tentacle right at the hologram, going right through him, destroying the drone. Detective Wright in one of the trucks with the rest of the heroes and police, startled, and he gets out of the suit into Kevlar and grabs his gun, saying, "He destroyed the drone. We gotta go in now. He's alone with Spider-Man." Some of the heroes are thinking, well, maybe we can take them both down, as they go in with the SWAT and heroes and stuff. Now it's Dr. Octavius and Midoriya. Dr. Octavius speaks up. "So, Midoriya, how could you do this to me? How could you lie to me? I thought you were quirkless." Deku takes off his mask, saying, "I am quirkless. Something happened to me that I don't know how, but I'm trying to do good with it. By being a vigilante, by ruining others' lives like he did, ruining lives." Look, Professor, this is obviously altering your mind. You need to take the Neuroface out. Look, out. I can help you. Please, just let me help you, Professor. I can't lose you two, so please." Deku then extends his hand out to Dr. Octavius. "Let me help you." Dr. Octavius tries to lift his hand to Deku, but he can barely move. But shakingly, he does reach it out. Then swats it away a bit. Not like swatting it, but like tapping it away, saying, "No, you're not a Zuko anymore, are you? You're a betrayer." As then he goes attacking Zuko. Zuko puts on his mask, then dodges. Dr. Octavius, using his tentacles, trying to take down Deku in an epic, Doc Ock versus Midoriya chase, as they fight over and over, Deku dodging and shooting webs at Dr. Octavius. Dr. Octavius attacking, cutting through the webs, trying to kill Midoriya, as then this fight goes out into the city, out of the warehouse. The police arrive, seeing that they're gone, and they're trying to find where they are. Which the fight then continues throughout the city, going up to a skyscraper, as they are now at the top of the skyscraper, as they're trying to talk now. Deku has been hit a couple times by now, and he's pretty injured. He's regenerating, but it's not as much as he's hoped. He's been shooting as much tranquilizers as he can into Dr. Octavius, but it's not working. He has some sort of body armor within the suit that's deflecting the tranquilizers. "Midoriya, you can't stop this. I need to kill them. They killed my wife." Dex says, "No, they didn't. They let those murderers walk free. They are just as guilty as them. You don't see this. Midoriya, I need to get my revenge. I need to avenge her." "No, you don't. If you do that, then you're no better than them, alright? Just calm down, Professor. Please, no. As far as I know, you are no longer my student. You are dead. Got that?" As then he lunges in to attack. Deku, he sees that there's no helping Dr. Octavius now, as he has to take him down no matter what. As he fights and fights to where his web shooters are damaged, and all he has left is his kind of weak organic webs. He used everything he has. He can only rely on his instincts, his physical strength, and his organic webs. Even his tranquilizers aren't working. So he is now on the side of the building. Think of the end of the PS4 game, where they're fighting like that. He's taking him down, fighting him, and eventually he's able to beam him down, destroying a couple of the arms, leaving nothing but two, to where he can stabilize himself on the building as he throws Dr. Octavius through a window into one of the offices of the building, as the two other prosthetic arms no longer work. And Dr. Octavius is now laying on his back on the desk, bloodied and beaten. Deku also bloody and beaten, but a little bit worse. But he's, of course, healing. Deku walks up to Dr. Octavius holding his side in pain. His mask is ripped, including most of his suit. His mask only revealing the side of his mouth on his right side, and a bit of his green hair is puffing out on the other. Walks to Dr. Octavius. Dr. Octavius is unable to move, really. He's trying to lift up his hand, trying to do whatever he can, and saying, "Please, Midoriya, help me. I'm sorry, I was wrong. Please, you need to help me. Please. Please, please, please." Deku says, No, I'm not going to do that. What? No, please. Please, look, I'm sorry. You're right. The interface was messing with me, and I need help. Look, help me, Midoriya. Please, help me. Deku says, no. Why did you do this? Why? I trusted you. And you went ahead and installed the interface and you attacked the city. Dr. Oswald then tries to speak. Then Deku says, No, there's no point. As he reaches to the back of Dr. Octavius on his spine, pulling out a chip. Completely disabling the neuroface, making Dr. Oswald completely motionless. He is now unable to do anything. He's powerless. The prosthetics no longer work. Neither is the neuroface. Dr. Oswald is now screaming at Deku, trying to get him to help him, but Deku isn't listening. As he walks out, leaving Doc Ock for the police. As he leaves, people and reporters and such are taking pictures. Now on the news, people only know that Deku, or Spider-Man, has green hair. People are making theories like, oh, blah, 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 thinking it's like celebrities and blah, all this. And he goes to school and nobody says oh, hey, are you the Spider-Man? Does he have green hair? No, they don't suspect Deku because he's quirkless. It's the perfect cover-up. So, ever since Doc Octavius happens, it turns out that everything in his lab, including a sum of his money, goes to Deku. So now he has some fucking cash. Deku then repairs his suit, and he has an idea for a couple upgrades. But that's for later purposes. Now Deku still has a job. A month goes by. It's like been 3 months since the beginning of his Spider-Man career started. And months since, the Dr. Octavius thing. So it's been 3 months. Yeah, 3 months since Spider-Man started. It is now Deku's 15th birthday. Deku walks into his home, and sees Aunt May there. She's sitting with a cake, congratulating happy birthdays. They hug, they have a little party. A couple of his friends from school pop by, saying hi, leaving, doing regular stuff. And then he hears a commotion on TV, saying that a villain known as the Golem is now attacking the city. As Dex says, hey, I gotta go. As the guests, the 2 guests are like, we're about to leave as well, so I guess we'll see you later, right? Dex like, yeah, I'm sorry, Aunt May, I gotta go. And she's like, hey, it's okay, I understand. Go do your thing, Spider-Man. As he's like, wait, what? And she's like, I'm your aunt, and I'm not stupid. Where do you think you get the smarts in the family? Deku smiles. Then goes up to his room, getting his suit, putting it on, going out the window, and being Spider-Man. Sorry if you got lost in that. I did as well. And I think I did pretty good with the Dr. Octavius stuff. Honestly, I had my own little thing. By the way, before you say anything like, how's he gonna go to Japan? And all this. That'll come up in his senior year, by the way. If you might be thinking like, are there gonna be 15 episodes before you actually start of the anime? Maybe. I don't know. It depends. I think there might be 2 episodes per school year, first episode of this is gonna be his first year of what was I saying? Alright. This is I don't know what I'm saying, so I'm probably just gonna do a time skip next time until it's his senior year of high school. So whatever. Anyways, if you liked it, like the video. If you want to see more, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And bye-bye.